Hello, hello. Welcome to the class tonight. You're doing the replay. I'm going to wait for some people to hop on in. Got in here a few minutes early. Hope you guys have had a great Thursday. This whole week has felt like Monday. Legitimately, I just don't understand. But it's good. Tomorrow's Friday. It's going to be awesome. So, going to give it just a few minutes. Let people hop in. Hey, if you're joining in. I feel like I need this song because I just need to know that I'm going to overcome this week. Does anybody else need that? Hello, if you're joining in on Instagram, I got both of them going over here, so we'll get started in just a few minutes. Welcome into the class tonight. I want to hear from you guys. How's your week been? What are your takeaways? Is it a struggle bus this week, or was it a good week for you? I'm trying to see how this hair might could look a little better. But, yeah. It is 8:30 at night, and it's okay. Hey everybody that's joining in. Let me know you're here. Okay, we'll get started in just a few seconds. Hey Facebook, let me know you're watching. Struggle bus. Yep, I'm with you. So with you. And just before we get started, it just, I don't know, I guess it just went with this week. I was busy working, trying to get finished on a couple of things. We got spring break next week, and I just had a busy week. And then I get the call from the school that my daughter's not feeling well. And I'm like, not only for me, obviously, I don't want her to feel bad, but just the fact that I knew exactly what to do when she came home. We got in a bath. We did our detox bath. We did our oils. And, she didn't feel great this afternoon, but just to know that I'm helping support her body through that, it's just awesome to have those tools. So it just made me all the more thankful. Speaking of, let me turn off this music and we'll get started. So, welcome into the class tonight, everybody that's joining in over on Instagram and Facebook. I'm Carrie, obviously, Carrie Cootie. You're on my page, you should know that's my name, but I'm here tonight to talk about how you can invest in you. And it made me think about investing in ourselves, because the thing is, like I was saying, my daughter didn't feel well today, and so I took her home from school, and we jumped in the bath. We had a good detox bath, and we got some oils going on her. We did the Symphony of Sales on her back, and I could tell she felt a lot better just being home and just, I guess, knowing. I mean, obviously when you're with your mom, you feel better and just comforted, right? But just the fact that I knew everything to do and just have, felt like she was at least being supported while she was going through whatever she's going through. We don't really know yet. But the thing is, we know how to mother our children, right? We know what to do. We know what they like. We know exactly, how to fix them what they like, how to fix anything, right? We just know what they like. And yes, Kiera, I'm going to talk about a detox bath for sure. I think it's a great thing that we can do for ourselves as well. So I'm talk about that a little bit later. But the thing is, we know how to mother our children, but I want you to think, and I want you to comment below, have you ever thought about mothering yourself? Let that sink in just a minute. Because I want you to think about just all the things that you do and all the roles that you play and all the hats that you wear and the way that we know how to take care of everybody else in our family, those around us. We think about it. If they say they need something, we're on it. But, when you look back, you might think, who's going to mother me? I need some attention. Have you ever thought that? Like, literally, it was maybe last year or something. We had all gotten sick. Like the kids, I think it was like a GI bug. The kids had gotten sick. My husband got sick. And then I got sick. And so I had taken care of all of them. And then I get sick and I'm like, nobody's taking care of me, and it's not a poor pitiful me, but it really is something that we should think about more, not only when we're sick, obviously, but I want you to think about it every day. And I want you to think, how can I take better care of myself every day? not only just for you, most importantly, probably just for you, and I'll tell you why, but also so we can be better. We can be better moms, and we can be better wives, and we can be better coworkers, and we can be better, all the hats that and the roles that we play, we can show up better. And I'm just going to tell you, when women show up in a different and in a better way, things change. It really does make ripple effects in so many different areas that you probably have no idea. But we set the temperature in our household. I see it every day. I see it play out. If I'm in a bad mood, you can guarantee, like, one of my kids are they're gonna go down that road because we're setting the temperature. It's like they can feel that from us. It's kind of like when you have a baby and they're fussy and you get aggravated and everybody says, you should just put them down and call in help or whatever it might be. Well, it's kind of the same thing. They can feel our energy and they can feel how we're feeling, and so they kind of play off that. And so I want you to think, just kind of switch your mind to that a little bit. Go there with me for the next, 30 or so minutes. We're going to walk down what that looks like and how we can take better care of ourselves. I'm going to give you more of a why you should, what you can do, and how that really affects, like I said, everybody around you. So knowing that we set the temperature, that really should make you want to show up in a different and better way. And, I think this topic is very near and dear to me because obviously I'm a wife and a mom, and I just have found myself more times than I would like to admit. I've just found myself in just a resentful, tired, worn out place. Can I get an amen from anybody that's watching if you've ever felt like that? Like I said, it's probably more times than I would like to admit, and I would just about guarantee that it's probably more times than you would like to admit as well. But the thing is, when we do wear all those hats and we do give and give and give, and we don't fill up our cup, so to speak, we have nothing to give from. We have to keep giving because obviously if we have young kids, especially, our kids need us, right? We have to show up for them. We don't have a choice. But yet, how are we showing up? I really want you to think about that and think about how many times you might have felt that way. And what did you think it was just, a lot of times we think there's nothing that can change about it. We can't change the situation. Obviously you can't change what other people do, but I want you to think about what you can change that you do. Because at the end of the day, we really can't change anybody else. We can only change ourselves and what we do for us. And, like I said, this is near and dear to me because, especially, pre-oils coming in, right? I never thought about taking care of myself. And you'd always hear, try to manage your stress better and try to, do all these things. And I never really knew how. Obviously we're going to have stressors, pretty much all the time. It seems like, this world is just so busy and there's so many distractions and people need us constantly a lot of times. And I never really knew how to manage that stress and manage that just overwhelmed feeling that I had. And I'm not saying that all of that really has changed, right? There's just so much to get caught up in and so many things to do on a daily basis, it seems. It can really overtake you. And I found myself there, like I said, several times, more times than I'd like to say. But I finally realized that if I wanted that to change, that the only thing that I really could change was the way that I was looking at the situation and the way that I was showing up to the situation. So I wanted to talk more about that, and I'd love for you to join this conversation with me about, what are your thoughts around this? And really, I'd like to pose a question before I kind of get into some of the things that I have to say tonight, because I know sometimes it takes a little bit for the comments to come in, but I want you to think around this subject and just, what are your first thoughts? Have you ever thought about this? Or have you thought about it before and don't really even know where to start? Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me how I can best help you. If there's one specific question or how do you do this or whatever, just post it in the comments. I want to create a conversation around this. Also, you as well on Instagram. I'm going to be looking down here. I already got one amen. I'm on it tonight, right? So I want to talk about, how hard it is being a mom. And I don't think I really realized this before I had kids. I don't think anybody really tells you this, but it's not an easy job, and it's something that when you're pregnant and you're thinking about having your baby, and it's just all these great thoughts, and you don't really think about all the other stuff that comes with it. And obviously I love being a mom. I mean, it's one of the best things I'll ever do. And I'm just so blessed to have my two wonderful kids, but it is hard work. And that's okay, right? I don't say that in a negative way. I say that in a way that it is a hard but yet fulfilling job. And yet we need to have something that kind of offsets that, right? We need to have a way to almost take the edge off. We need to have a way to relax. I don't really think I knew how to relax until I really started thinking, wow, I really need to relax. How can I do this? And I say that because we're constantly in go mode. And I've already talked about this a little bit, but especially if you're a full-time working mom and you feel like you never see your kids and there's never enough time in the day, and how am I going to get everything done? And I just feel like I can't do it all. That's how I was for several years, especially the first couple of years as a mom. It was just really hard to figure out balance and and I don't really think there is anything as balance. I think that's just kind of something we all chase, but it's really not out there. But like I said, I had to come to some sort of realization that something's got to change, and it had to be me. So in saying that, there is so much guilt associated with taking time away from your kids. And I want to speak to this because I did work outside of the home for, let's see, it was the first 4 years of my daughter's life and the first year of my son's life full time. And so there was so much guilt, like I'm already away from them. How can I even do anything for myself? I mean, just anything. I just wanted to be with them all the time that I could. Of course, that's a good thing. But yet I want you to think about, especially when it comes to time, and if you feel like you just can't take any time for yourself, what if you showed up better during the time that you were with them, and it was more quality time versus quantity time? And I even see that now that I work at home, and I don't stay home with my kids. My daughter's in school and my son is in preschool 5 days a week in the morning. And so I see him some in the afternoons, but they're going to be both in school next year. So I don't stay home with my kids, but yet I see them so much more now, in the mornings and the afternoons, and I can be there for them whenever they pretty much need me to. And I wondered how that would be. But what I've realized is no matter what amount of time you have, it really is about quality of time versus quantity of time, because you can be with your kids all day, but yet you don't get that quality. And so that's what I've really tried to focus on. How can I spend quality time with them, yet still have quality time with myself and really take better care of myself so that I can show up better for them? So I want you to think about that. Have you ever thought about the quality versus the quantity? Because a lot of times we just think we want more. And when we get more, we'll feel better and we'll feel more fulfilled and we'll feel more connected to our kids, because I think that's what we all want, right? We all want to show up for them and be there for them whenever they need us, but yet are we really all there? And in a distracted world, it's very hard to be all there. So I feel like that definitely takes intention. And really this whole conversation is around how can we be more intentional in everything we do. But I especially want you to focus in on how can you be more intentional about how you invest in yourself and the little ways that you can invest in yourself that you might not even think about. So in speaking about, just having time, how many of you feel like it really is about time? Like you just literally don't have enough time in the day? I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to make you comment. Okay. Because I actually posted something on my personal page a couple weeks ago, it probably was, about, I had like 4 things, and which one was the one you connected with most? Was it that you just don't have enough time, you don't have the funds, you don't know how to, invest in yourself and your health and your well-being and all that, or the last one, I forgot. Anyway, it was 4 things, and most people said time. So I'm going to take that as a consensus of it really is all about the time. There were some people that said they just didn't know how. So I want to speak about just the amount of time that we have. Everybody has the same amount of time every day. but yet it really is about what our intentions are and what our priorities are. So I want you to think about what your priorities are. So obviously they're going to be your family. I mean, that's my number one priority as well. Really my number one priority is my relationship with Jesus Christ. That's my number one priority. But after that, it's my family. And I could say that will probably be most of you guys as well. So, in thinking about that, if they're your priority, then wouldn't you want to show up in a better way and be the best wife you can be and be the best mom you can be? So I think that if you were to just switch that perspective just a little bit, it would be one of your priorities to take care of yourself in whatever way that that you find works best for you. And we'll kind of talk about how you can find what does help you kind of de-stress and what does help you relax and all of those things, because it's going to be different for everybody. But I truly think if it was a priority for you, you would find time. We find time for what we want to find time for. I promise you. If you want to find time to take your kids to the movie, you're going to find time. If you want to find time to go to a lunch date with your husband, you're going to find time. That's just how it works. We find time for what our priorities are and for what we want to do. So the fact that you're having this thing playing in your mind, it's like a movie reel of, I don't have time for this and I don't have time for that. And it's just like, and that's how I used to feel. I'm not saying that I've been there. That's why I'm speaking about this, because I feel like it's so important. And so we really want you to kind of take inventory tonight. That's part of what this is. It's really, I'm just going to put some rocks in your shoes, maybe. Maybe you've never thought about this. I just want to give you some takeaways to think about and just really have a come to Jesus. Have a come to Jesus with where you're at in your priorities, and are they serving you well? I don't want your priorities to be my priorities just because I think mine are good. I want your priorities to serve you in the best way possible, and so that you can show up in a great way for everyone around you. And I, when I envisioned being a mom, and I think we all think about what that's going to be like, and I'm speaking a lot about that because mostly moms are on here. That's who I mostly kind of work with and deal with, and because I'm a mom, so I relate best to other moms, I feel. When I first envisioned that, I didn't envision a tired, worn out, snappy, frustrated all the time mom. Did you? I don't think that's what we want to be. But yet it happens, right? It happens because we just have all these things. We have our backpack and it's full of rocks, and we're carrying it around, and it just gets tiring carrying that around. Whether you feel like you're just tired every day, whether you just get tired, once or twice a month, and you just kind of have that I can't do it anymore. I want you to think about how you could take some of those rocks out, and how you could lessen that load just a little bit, just by thinking about things a little differently and by doing a few things intentionally. So that's kind of the why. That's the why of this whole thing. And I want to talk to you about ways that you can do this, and really the how behind how do you invest in yourself, because it's kind of like, I don't really know. I just kind of do what I have to do during the day, and I just kind of get it all done. And then if I have any left over, I don't know, I might go to bed early. That would be a great investment in yourself. And that is a good investment in yourself. But I just want to kind of retrain the way that you think about the amount of time that you have in your day, the small pockets of time that you have in your day, the things that you're already doing perhaps that are ways to invest in yourself, yet you might not think about them that way. Again, shifting your perspective is really the key in a lot of this. So first off, I really want to just put this out there and just share a few ways with you that you could relax. Because when you think about all the things that you have to do in a day, like it literally just made me have to take a deep breath. Did anybody else? I mean, I just used to wake up and just think, how am I going to get all the stuff that I need to get done today done? And it literally it just almost takes your breath away. And you stay in, it's like fight or flight all day long. You're just constantly go, go, go. You're constantly just doing all the things, and you're multitasking, and you're getting all the stuff done. And I used to wear the badge proudly that I am a multitasker and I can get everything done. If you need something done, give it to me. But that's a whole other conversation. But that left very little room to relax. And it was even hard to go to bed. It was hard to get all of those thoughts out of my head. It was hard to even sit down and just chill out for a minute. How many of you moms have chilled out in a while? It's like, no time for that. If the kids are in bed, I got to do dishes and I got to do this and I got to do this. Okay, I know that you're with me, even though, let me see if I got any comments over here. Absolutely not enough time in the day. Yeah, I agree with that. But I think if you constantly tell yourself that, you're always going to think there's not enough time, there's not enough time. My sister told me one time that she, anytime she felt like this is kind of a side note, but it's okay because it fits in with this. She told me that anytime she felt like she didn't have enough time in the day or she was just rushed, she would stop and say, life is easy, life is fun, and there's plenty of time for everything. So you always have to keep telling yourself that until you believe it. And it really does work. I'm telling you, the thoughts that you have in your head really do drive a lot of what is your reality. Again, that's another topic for another day. So let's talk about relaxation and stress management. How do we chill? How do we calm down? How do we get out of that just go mode? Because I know we have to go, but not all the time, right? We don't have to always be in that mode. So the ways that I like to find time for myself, which equals relaxation, stress management. This might seem kind of counterintuitive because I know that everybody knows that getting enough sleep is super important to your health, and I completely agree with that. But getting up early is one of the ways that I relax, because that's one of the only times nobody is up in my house. Because I always go to bed before my husband normally, and so he's up, which I can go in another room and it's quiet, but still he's still up, and it's still like I don't know. I just love being up in the house and nobody is up. Because it's like, okay, this is my time. Like nobody else could possibly need me right now, hopefully. Hopefully one of my kids is not going to wake up. If they do, it'll be fine. But you know what? Getting up early is worth it. And if you're used to going to bed late, trying to go to bed earlier is one way that you can invest in yourself. Because the thing is, I used to stay up later too. But then I thought, well, I'm staying up watching TV. Is that a great investment in myself? I like to watch the occasional movie, and it's something that me and my husband can do together, and it's like a fun thing that we do. But staying up every night and watching TV is not something that really invests in myself. So I stopped that a long time ago. So I want you to think, is that TV show that you might have to watch every night or whenever, and you're staying up late, is it worth it? Is it really doing something for you? Is it helping you relax? Is it helping you, decrease the thoughts in your mind? Is it helping you become a better wife, mom, whatever? I don't know. That's your deal, but I just want you to think about that. So getting up early is something that I need to do. Really, I need to do it for my sanity. I need to do it for everybody's sanity in my house, so that I can set the temperature when everybody wakes up and they might be ill. They might be like, I didn't get enough sleep. I didn't get this and that. Hey, mom's happy because she's had some time to herself. That would change a lot, right? Yes, Lindsay said a long time in the morning. Amen. Yes. So it doesn't matter if you, I'm not saying you have to get up 3 hours for everybody, 2 hours, whatever. Get up 20 minutes before everybody. It's going to change a lot for you, I promise. It starts with little things. Set your alarm clock 30 minutes earlier. Maybe you hit the snooze button. Maybe you get up 20 minutes earlier than the kids. But the thing is, you're gonna start seeing that, wow, this really is awesome, and a long time is great. And so I'm just going to keep doing it, and I feel great when I do it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Because with every new habit that we have, there's always some reward. So we have to see that reward before we're really going to make it a habit for life. You might think, well, I might get up 1 or 2 days a week, but I'm not there yet. That's okay. Just keep trying and keep realizing I do feel better. You have to stop and think, wow, this morning did go better. Why did it go better? Is it just chance? No, it's because you got up early and you spent some time with yourself. So that's one way that I love to take time for myself and really think about how I can relax. For me, that's definitely doing a devotion, having my prayer time. I usually like to journal just a little bit, whatever it is for you. I don't care if you just get up and just sit there. Whatever you want to do. Fix yourself coffee, fix yourself tea, have some time for yourself in the morning. I love to relax through some yoga. So if you guys love yoga, like to stretch, whatever, even if you like, I don't even know what yoga is, just stretch a little bit. It's very relaxing. That's one of the ways that I love to relax. I often do it in the morning or in the evening, whenever. It just really helps me relax a good bit. So if you've never tried that, that's one great thing that I love to do. So have a good morning routine. That really does make me more relaxed because I know what's coming. I know that I've already got the meals prepared for, the breakfast. I've already got the lunches prepared. I just need to go down and fix breakfast. I need to be in a great mood. I need to set my diffuser with the oils. We're just going to have a good morning, right? That makes me more relaxed because I've set myself up for that the night before. So that really does help a ton with just being relaxed and being in that space and to show up better for everybody in the morning, because morning time can be super stressful for everybody. So anything that you can do to be in your great, relaxed, ready for the day self, that's going to help everybody. So throughout the day, relaxation, because that's really the time that I feel like I need it the most, because the thing is I get going on something and then I just get in 10 different directions, and I know that you guys understand. I mean, there's just so many things coming at you all day. One of the things that I love to do, and maybe it's just in the middle of the day or in the afternoon, right before we're going to go get my kids, I love to take whatever essential oil you love. Surely, hopefully, maybe you all have at least one. Put some drops in the palm of your hand. I'm just going to do it right now because why not? Okay, so I have Elevation, which I love Elevation. We're going to put 2 drops in our palm. If you have some oil, I'd love for you to do it with me. Rub them together. And then just cup over your nose and mouth and inhale really deep, like 2 or 3 times. And you might just think I'm just crazy because I'm sniffing oil in my palm, but until you do it, don't knock it, okay? I'm telling you, that will decrease your blood pressure. It will help you relax, and we need that during the day. We need that all throughout the day. So you can have to do that 20 times during the day. Who cares? Even if people think you're crazy because you're sniffing oils. Who cares? You're going to be more relaxed and you're going to show up better. And that is investing in yourself in a very easy, and how long did that take? A couple of seconds? It's just, to me, it's being intentional. All of this that I'm talking about is really being intentional with how can I kind of deal with whatever is coming up for me so that then I can, again, show up as my best self. So throughout the day, love to do that. Love to diffuse oils throughout the day. Supplements are a huge part of investing in myself. So I'm going to talk about that in just a minute, but nighttime routine is really big as well. And just like, I still want to kind of go back to this whole mothering thing, and I'm just going to stay at 30 minutes, but it's like I could just talk about this forever. But anyway, I'm going to wind it up soon, I promise. I know you guys need some sleep because you're going to get up earlier. So nighttime routine. I want you to think about, when we had our babies and you hear like they need a nighttime routine and that's going to help them just be more relaxed because their body's going to know what's coming. It's the same thing with us. Like I said, how can we mother ourselves? How can we create a nighttime routine just like we have a morning routine? And that might seem like, okay, I don't really know if this is going to make that big of a difference. But when you can know how you're going to begin and end your day, it really starts the intentionality to then spread throughout your day. Because a lot, like I said, a lot of times things come up during the day that we can't really help, and every day's not the same and all that. But when we start our day and end our day with a great routine, it really does help the middle of the day go a lot smoother. So nighttime routine, you guys know I love baths. Like if you know anything about me and if you're following along, you know I love a good bath. So that's not part of my night routine every single night, but 2-3 times a week, I'm definitely soaking in the tub. Whatever you want to do in the tub, just sit there until the water gets cold, whatever. You invest in yourself and you're going to be way more relaxed, right? I promise. And it's just going to create a great environment for a great night's rest. So bath, love that. I like to drink tea at night. For some reason, it just is part of my routine. It relaxes me. It just helps. I think really it's because my body is used to that. And so it's just almost another signal to say, okay, it's time for bed. Not that I can't drink hot tea in the afternoon, but at any rate, I love to do that. It just kind of helps me wind down. I do my devotion at night. And then I'm going to do some oils at night because obviously. And Serenity is probably my number one favorite nighttime blend. I love to put it in the diffuser. It smells absolutely unbelievable. lavender on steroids. Ooh, it smells so good. I love to put that in the diffuser and a couple drops on each foot, rub it in. It's just going to create, it's basically like you're tucking yourself in. Like you would tuck your child in, you're tucking yourself in. I'm telling you, we're going to figure out how to mother ourselves all over again. We're going to do it together. So it just popped in my mind. That's totally what we're doing. So I tuck myself in, get a great night's sleep, and I wake up and I do it all over again. So those are some great, I feel like practical things that maybe you're already doing, but yet every time I do these things, I think about I'm investing in myself. I want to do these things because I want to have my best day, because I want to show up great, and I want to just be the best I can be for everybody else as well. So all those things go hand in hand. And like I said, think about these things as you're doing them through your day. If you try some of these things, hopefully you will. You're going to start thinking about it in a completely different way. And it really does make them mundane, which I know that, especially, like I said, with kids, and I hate to keep harping on this, but it's like, we find ourselves doing the same things every day just because they are in more of a routine when they're little, especially. But it can seem so just like, oh, another day, and I just have, I know what I'm going to do. It's just kind of like, it can get very mundane. It makes the mundane to me, it makes it exciting, because I know I'm going to have my best day every day. And that to me is exciting. And it does make those mundane things that we think, drink more water, eat healthy food, whatever it might be. It's all investing in ourselves so that we can be that and show up like that. So I want you to train your mind to think like that. So let's talk about one more thing, and then I'm going to get off. I'm going to tell you also how, if you don't have these tools in your home that I've talked a little bit about, how you can have a great start with that in investing in yourself and also your family. But first, really the way, to me, the foundational way that I love to invest myself is through supplementation. And I know you might be like, I just don't even know. And people say I need supplements, but is it really going to make that big of a difference? Yes, it makes that big of a difference. And if you're on and you've seen this difference in your life, please comment, because it's not just me. I promise. I promise it's not just me. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is absolutely a must for showing up as your best self. Energy, focus, less fatigue, less sickness, hormones in check. The list goes on. You're just going to be a better version of you. And to me, that's one of the easiest ways that we can invest in ourselves in a very high level way. This supplement pack is like none other. And like I said, that's a whole nother topic. But to me, taking a few pills every day as a way to really invest in my health and myself and my sanity, I'm telling you, your emotions, this is great for those two. So it's just an easy way. It takes pretty much no time to take these pills. And that's a lot of the thing, right? Don't have enough time. I promise you got time to take 6 pills. And so that is one of the ways that I love to invest in myself every day. Every time I take those pills, I think I'm investing in my health. I'm investing in my health because I want to have my best day every day. So that's that. I only stayed on 30 minutes. I want to, though, talk about, I've made this little self-care bundle for you guys. If you have never gotten started with these tools in your home, I cannot even express how much it's going to change for you once you do. Really, I just can't even. Like I said, you're just going to show up in a different way. It's just going to turn on that little light switch to all that's possible when you do take care of yourself and your family in a different way. So I've made this little bundle. It has a great little collection of oils. They're really, I feel like it's a great collection for taking care of yourself plus your family. It's got On Guard in there, Balance, Wild Orange. I mean, just Deep Blue. Some great things to start out with. Doing this little breathing exercise and add them to your bath. I mean, it's just a great kit. And it has a diffuser, which you definitely need. And I've also bundled in there the Lifelong Vitality Pack, which, like I said, is my absolute favorite way to invest in myself, hands down. So, anywho, if you're on Instagram, that's in my bio. So you can tap my bio, and it's the first card that comes up. You can just tap the link and get started that way. If you're on Facebook, I'm going to post the link up underneath here, and I would love to answer any questions you guys have. If you're watching the replay, if you're on live, comments, and I'll be happy to go back even after I'm off and answer. Because I'm going to end with this. I have realized in my own life that the way that I show up matters, and I'm worth investing in. And if you don't think that you're worth investing in, then I want you to rethink that and keep rethinking that until you realize that you are. Because when we show up different, everything changes in our own life and in so many other people's lives. And I've seen that, and that to me, that's the change that I want to see. I want to see women, especially, showing up for their families in a different way, and then taking that out to other people. And I'm not just talking about, oils or business, or I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how can we lift others up? How can we really make the changes and be the change that we want to see? Don't even think this is about anything that I'm selling. No, I'm trying to sell you on yourself. And I'm going to keep doing that until you finally believe that you're worth investing in, and that you're worth showing up in a different way, and that will change so much for everything in your life. So anyway, that's my charge to you tonight. I'm excited to help. Many of you I know will be ready to get started on this journey. I'm really thinking about what else can I do to support women in this. So if you have any thoughts around that, like, I'd really like some more information on this or that, or it'd be really great to have a guide, or I don't know. I'm just trying to think. So if you have any great thoughts, message me, comment below, let me know. And I'm really going to think about this in the future because God put it on my heart in a big way. So anyway, it's been great being with you tonight. I love this conversation. Please keep it going. If you're watching the replay, comment, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time.